We talked about the births and deaths registry and the issue they are facing with not having power for 3 weeks. Individuals who visited the birth and death registry for certificates were unable to get them due to the power outage. Now, let's take a look at this report and then we'll talk further.
This is the national office, which is located in the Greater Accra region. Well, unfortunately, we understand that their activities have been somehow hampered, and that is because of some power outages that have hit the facility. Well, we know that the Births and Deaths Registry is responsible to issue certificates to individuals that are born here in Ghana, and also for the people who also pass on. That is where they get their certificates. But as I have indicated already, we understand that there has been some sort of challenge following power outages, which has also impacted negatively with regard to the services that they provide. This is the only place that has been affected, but we understand that the district offices are operating fully as they expected to operate. So despite the challenge, we understand that the work is ongoing as is expected. The only challenge is that the issuance of the certificates have been a major trouble or challenge for the officers here. But as you can see just behind me, the officers are at post. I've visited the customer service area and also other segments of the company or the facility, and I see everyone at post. We understand that work is ongoing as is expected. So because this is the national office, not a lot of people make their way here. We understand that a lot of their clients visit the district offices and the regional offices, which also offer the same work as is done here. But then I've been interacting with some of these persons or clients who have come here who have been left unattended too.
Yeah, he needed a traveling passport. So when I went there with him, we were asked to come and change the birth set. He has the old one, and they said they are no longer using that one, so we should come and change it. For the past 3 weeks, and I was asked to follow up this week. So when I came, I saw the lady. She said she wasn't the very person who received it, so I should go and then come later. I asked when I should follow up, and she didn't give me any specific date to come. So I'm going back, and then maybe Friday I'll come and check again to see. But my son will be leaving tomorrow.
That would mean that it's going to be an inconvenience for your son.
Actually, but what can I do? Well, if I go back to the passport office, is there that I will know what to do the next? Other than that, as of now, I can also ask him to wait while they are, opening tomorrow. So he has to leave for school, and then I will see later how I'll try to. If I can postpone it to the next holidays.
I came to collect my birth set. I came to return birth set for some time ago. So I came back for it.
Okay. And what is the challenge? Have you been able to get it?
Yeah, I got it by the address mistake. So I came here to rectify the mistake. And they say I should come next week because they are having a lot of problem. Yeah.
Okay. So you were expecting to get it today, I'm sure.
No, I got your but I came to rectify the mistake. And because of this problem, they say I should come next week.
But would you say it's a worry to you? Is it?
Yeah, it's a worry because sometimes it takes time, That's what I can say. It's a worry for themselves and for the clients.
Are you sure of getting it? Because were they able to promise you or assure you?
They say I should come next week for rectification. But I don't know if they can do it for me or not.
So I've been interacting with the public relations officer for the Births and Deaths Registry, and he has been explaining to us what the challenges and what the facility have put in place to alleviate or ameliorate the challenge.
As you remember, I spoke to my registrar earlier, and she mentioned that you have a power issue, and first it was a precautionary measure we're taking in place, by cutting the power to prevent anything like untoward happening, and but now I think it has protracted quite a little bit, and they are working. I mean, they are hands-on, trying to make sure that the thing is solved by the end of the week. Yeah.
Now, in the interim, can people also go on other portals to do their services? They any other arrangements?
Yes. I think this is a great opportunity for us to let the public know that we have our services migrated online, and you should not you don't need to come to any birth and death registry office or anything to now start a registration process, whether it's a fresh birth or it's a late birth registration or death registration, whatever it is.
All right, so that was our colleague Kweku Eduomansa who brought us that report from the Births and Deaths Registry, explaining how the power outage is affecting patrons, and for the past 3 weeks, people have not been able to access certificates and other pertinent information they need from the registry. But the PRO did use that opportunity to remind us that you can go online to ghana.gov if you need to initiate some processes related to the Births and Deaths Registry. But he sounded optimistic that it should be rectified soon.
Yeah.
But I'm just imagining the backlog that they will have to make up for the past 3 weeks. You know, already people go through the inconvenience of having to make their way to the office, queue for a long time, provide all kinds of information to get basic documents. And for 3 weeks, they haven't been able to get what they need.
Yeah. No, I don't understand how this is even allowed to happen in a country like ours. You know, I don't get it. An organization of this importance, you know, something like this should not be allowed to happen. It doesn't.
The whole thing doesn't really
it
make
begs the question about the competency of people that are running our organizations, you know, because the gentleman said that they turned off the power to forestall any unforeseen mishaps. It doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're saying that there was an electric challenge in the building that could have caused a fire or electrocution or whatever, there are people that have the capacity to deal with these. So there's ECG, distribution of power, and they deal with faults, electrical faults and all of that.
Yeah.
There's fire service. They have also got competencies in the areas of, you know, making sure that buildings are safe.
Exactly.
Right? So what are you talking about that day one has passed, day two has passed, you've gone to week 1, you've gone into week 2, you have gone past week 3, and you still don't have power, and it's almost like business as usual. It's like, oh, it's not a big deal. I say I smell a rat.
And I
don't understand where it could be coming from.
The explanation is very vague.
It's
very vague. And like we said yesterday, they take for granted the patience of Ghanaians. It's like, well, people will sit and wait anyway. Well, okay, we'll just come back.
Yeah.
Well, we'll check again tomorrow. You know, people are so, you know, what do you call it? Accommodating of these kinds of things that it doesn't give these entities the urgency to solve certain problems. It's like, well, we'll deal with it. Let me come tomorrow then. Oh, the person has to waste time traveling there. The person has to spend money in transportation. The person may be missing work to come and sit there. None of that is taken into account to give some sense of urgency to solve the problem.
Now, a couple of questions that I have. Can we not do our registration online? You know, is it not possible?
Well, he did say you go to Ghana.gov.
registrations and then come to a point, do all the payments, just like the passports, right?
Yes.
Do all the payments and everything online, and then come in for the final document.
Yes.
And that's all you need to do at the various branches is to come in for the final document. And the verification of what you put online vis-a-vis when you come in person, what you're getting is done at the office. But for me,
I think that's what he's trying to promote now, is that people can do that. So to stop them from coming to the registry for everything. People can initiate the process online, then come like you said, at the point where you need to come.
Well, I mean,
in person, then you come.
So I'm looking at, I'm just wondering, I mean, you know, I'm on the website now. I'm just wondering, you know, if anything here works. It seems pretty static. I don't know. I'm looking at the website here, and Koki, you know, under services, it says early birth registration, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't seem to be an active, it almost like, what's the word they use in website building? It's like a placeholder type of thing, you know.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to be moving. That's under services. When you go to regions, yeah, it will open up and then it shows you, I think, I'm opening a half a region right now. Yeah, and it just shows you the location of the,
Okay, so when you go, if you click on, let's say, Greater Accra
Yeah.
registration, then it says, let's say, late registration
you-
of birth.
yes.
Then you can click on that, and it say, okay, 1 to 5 years, you pay 10 cedis. So you
okay,
select
so
that.
it's opening up for you.
It's opening up.
Okay.
You
okay.
pay 10, you
'Cause
click
it was-
on that.
That's under services.
That's browse service categories. Okay.
Okay.
Late registration of birth. Okay, and now I've clicked on that.
Okay,
then it's a cart.
mine is not opening
Then
here.
it
That's
says
why I'm
pay.
not sure.
Then it asks you to log in. So you're supposed to register, have an account on ghana.gov.gh to access all these government services. Then when you're doing something, you just put in your registration, or you log in basically,
Yeah.
and then it pulls up for you. So I see the option to pay online. For the late registration of birth, it's asking for 10 CDs.
Okay.
I suppose maybe that's a basic amount that you asked for. I don't know.
Like a standard.
Like a standard.
a
Okay.
Standard.
Because if you go to the bottom of that page where it says Birth and Death Registry,
Okay.
then you click on Apply.
Okay.
Then you
So-
see, okay, I went to Birth and Death Registry Accra Regional Office.
Yeah.
And I selected that. Then I click Continue at the bottom of the page. Then you go to, I just selected Late Registration of Birth, right?
Okay.
Clicked on that. Then it says 1 to 5 years, 10 CDs.
Hmm.
Then 5 years and above, I think it says 20 CDs. So if
Okay.
it's been more than 5 years since the birth of the person,
Yeah.
20 CDs. Then late change. So maybe there's something you need to change on the birth certificate. That one says 50 CDs.
Okay.
So, okay, let me click on late change. Then you see there's a shopping cart
Okay.
and the option to pay. So you click on pay. Then it asks you to sign in. So you if you don't have an account on ghana.gov, you then sign up. So there's a button that says sign up.
Okay.
And then you can log in with your email or with your
Yeah.
phone number, depending on how you registered. I do have an account on here. Whether I
Wait,
can remember my password.
So wait, hold on a moment.
Yeah.
So did you access it by going to bdr.gov.gh or you went to ghana.gov?
Ghana.gov.gh.
You went to ghana.gov.
Yes.
Okay. So it looks like the bdr.gov.gh, it exists,
Okay.
but it's more like a placeholder and information giving
Okay.
kind of site. It doesn't seem to, because maybe I should go to the ghana.gov and see.
Yes. I
if-
think now most of the government agencies are set up on
Yeah.
ghana.gov.gh
Yeah. Okay.
so that there's like one portal
Yeah, for everything.
for everything.
Okay.
That's my understanding of what they're trying to
Ghana.gov
do with this.
website.
Okay. So service category, okay, pay. Hey. So when you go through it
Yeah.
it gives you these options and okay, 1 to
So
5 years, 10
maybe
CDs.
we have it on the screen there. Let's see if we can walk people through
Through it,
where we are.
okay.
Um,
Okay, so I've gotten pretty far, but let's see. From where I'm sitting, it's a bit far. But if you go to that website,
yeah.
you look. I was using my mobile phone, so the interface is a bit different, right? But let's say you were to
Okay.
go.
So if you scroll down
yeah, you
scroll
should scroll
down
down on the page.
on the page,
You should see an
yeah, you
option.
see
'cause-
birth and deaths on the. Just click on birth and deaths.
Yes.
It's on the right there. You can see birth.
You'll
birth
find
and
it.
deaths. Let's click on it. So then that
Okay.
takes you to the birth and deaths
Registry, yeah.
We click on the birth and deaths registry, and it takes you in there.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you see there's explanation of what they do, all the services they offer. Now
Okay.
on my phone, if you was to scroll down, there was an option that said apply. Okay, I think it's down there. Yes. So you click on apply. Then again, there's different options for what you want to do. So you can select one of them, I
Okay.
guess, whichever one you want to pick.
Yeah.
Then once you do
Okay,
that,
so then it
you
has all
scroll
the
down
various
again.
details, the different, and
Yeah.
this one gives you like the offices, the different places,
Exactly.
locations, and all of that.
Where you want
so
to go.
choose
So you choose.
where it is that you want to.
Then you scroll down again to the bottom of the page, and then you'll see an option like continue or next, or no, continue at the yellow bar at the bottom. So you click on that, then you have the options there. So let's say you want to register a birth, so you click on late registration of birth. You click on that, then you have the options. So you see if it's 1 to 5 years, you pay 10 cedis.
Yeah.
If it's longer than that, you pay either 20 cedis, or if it's a change that you want to make later, you pay 50 cedis. So let's say you want to 1 to 5 years, you want to register a birth, you pay 10 cedis, you click on that. Then you see a shopping cart up there, and you click pay. So once you click on pay, it will ask you to either log in, sign in, or sign up.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I have an account on Ghana.gov, so I've logged in. So now I have the option. Okay, so 10 cedis. So it tells me my service total is 10 cedis. Obviously, you won't see that on the screen because the person isn't logged in.
It's not a logged in account.
But then it says grand total 10 cedis. So I click on pay 10 cedis, and once I click on that and the internet works, it now gives me the options for how I want to pay. So it says, hi, Koku Hansen. So I can pay by my bank card, mobile money. I can scan and pay. So there's a QR code option. You can also pay with *222#, or you can pay at a bank. So you select any of those options. So I'm going to just click on mobile money and see what happens. Okay. So now on mobile money, it's asking me which wallet I want to choose. Is it MTN, Vodafone, or Airtel Tigo? I'll choose one.
So it's pretty comprehensive.
Then it's asking me to put in the number for which I want to use to pay. If I were to do that, it would take my money. And so since I don't want, I'll stop at this point. But you can pretty much finish that part of it.
And you don't actually need a birth certificate anyway. So.
Yes, I've got one. So that's how the process looks so far. It would be interesting to see after I pay what happens. Will it then give me a form that I fill out? I'm almost tempted to try that just to see how it will. I mean, it's 10 cedis. CCTV, will you refund my 10 cedis if I do it? Because I would like to see how the process. But I mean, if you're watching and you need to go and do this, go to ghana.gov.gh and see how far the process will take you before you have to go in person.
I find, well, I mean, it makes sense to me that ghana.gov.gh is the central place where all the different services can be procured. But I also feel I wish there was a mirror website for birth and death registry specifically. You know, so it mirrors the same thing that we're going through here. Because when I went there, I mean, my instinct was, okay, that's what I want to do, birth and deaths, right? So I'm going to birth and deaths. Then I go there, and it's totally unresponsive.
Or they should redirect.
Just information.
That's
what I'm saying, right?
That's
just
all.
redirect it so that you're able to, you know, if you go to birth and deaths as bdr.gov.gh,
then you get.
As soon as you click on wanting to register, it should take you to the Ghana.gov site, which has already been set up for that. And you're able to go and do your processes over there. You know, because anybody now who goes to BDR, that's Birth Death Registry, it won't work. If you go there, you see it. It's totally unresponsive.
Yeah.
Right.
They should just have either maybe even a banner that says.
Portal, that's it.
Yeah. So just have a banner that could say,
says,
to apply, go to.
Yes, if you want to apply,
or redirect
go over.
people.
It's a simple thing to do.
Very, very simple.
You know, but I'm very disturbed by the fact that for 3 weeks we have an acting Registrar General for Birth and Death Registry, and 3 weeks. What's the explanation?
Yeah, I think they need to clarify.
No, we need to
this
know
more.
what's going on. You can't sit there and just be giving nice, sound bites for media persons to pick up and say, you know, I mean, we're working on it and we didn't want any untoward. Untoward what? You're running a business, a national operation. Already you're in arrears. You're backed up with having to deliver. Ideally, birth and death should be a place where if you walked in with your details all sorted out online and everything else, if you walked in, you should be able to walk away with a certificate that day.
Yeah.
Do you see? Because I'm sure they'll give you an appointment date, just like their passport one, right? So you should walk in and walk out with your birth certificate that same day. Can they do that?
I don't know.
You know? And all these stories about printing and with printing issues, this, that. Now your whole infrastructure that is there, you don't have power in the building. Is that really true, Koki? Or did somebody just turn off the power?
Well,
they can deal with
that's the
whatever
thing. They said they turned it off as a precautionary measure, but He wasn't very clear on why that
He's-
precautionary measure needed to be taken.
He said to forestall
Any-
mishaps
So
or
what's
something.
what? I think he needs to clarify what exactly the issue
No,
is,
it's very shady.
and that they're
It's-
working on it, and it should be
Yeah.
resolved soon. So what is the
Yeah.
issue? What is the issue? Is it
I
an
don't- I
electrical
don't
issue? Is it
understand
what's the problem? You know.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but do births and deaths sit under any ministry? In
I'm
particular?
sure they do. Which ministry is the question?
Yeah.
Is the question of which ministry? Because
Yeah.
when
I
it
mean, I would
comes
like
to
to call out the minister if I knew.
yeah, is it?
Which ministry do they
I don't
sit
know if it's
under?
interior. I don't know if it's it'll be interesting to find out.
It's Ministry of Local Government.
Oh, local government.
And Rural Development.
I see.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, please. Births and Deaths Registry hasn't had power for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What's the issue and when will it be resolved?
Yeah.
Let's get some answers, okay?
Minister, please. This is on your desk. Your Births and Deaths Registry is giving us headaches. Yeah. We shouldn't have to be talking about this by close of day. In fact, when we come to the set tomorrow morning, we should have actually news articles singing the hoorays of power problem has been solved and things are back online. Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
You
Yeah,
know.
like people are being born every day, and people are also passing away every day. So, yeah, a lot to catch up with if they don't get this resolved quickly. But as we said, if you're at home and you're thinking of going there for some service, go to ghana.gov.gh, at least for now, to initiate the process. Then hopefully, as soon as this is resolved, you can go and complete it there. But in the meantime, we hope that we can get more information on exactly what the issue is and when it will
Yeah.
be resolved. And hopefully, it will be resolved sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
who's in charge there? Is that not done?
Births and deaths. At a local government, I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe
It's-
so.